Welcome to the next part. Now we are discussing power of a lens. In the figure, you can see two convex lenses converging the rays of the light. In this figure, the converging point F is away from the optical center of the lens, having larger focal length for the lens. But in this figure, the focusing point F dash is quite close to the optical center and lens is having smaller focal length F dash. The purpose of the lens is to converge or divert the rays of the light. So if a lens is able to produce a large deviation in the path of the light after refraction, then that type of lens will said to be more powerful. So because this particular lens is bending the light rays in greater amount so that the focusing point is quite close to the optical center, so this lens will be having more power as compared to the other one. So power of a lens is the ability of a lens to bend the light rays as much as possible, and mathematically it is measured as the reciprocal of the focal length when focal length is taken in meter. So to find the power of a lens, we have to take the reciprocal of the focal length when focal length is taken in meter. In SI unit, the power is measured in the unit of diopter. So if we have a lens having focal length 1 meter, then its power will be 1 meter inverse, that we call as 1 diopter. So 1 diopter is the power of a lens which is having a focal length of 1 meter. Always remember, for convex lens power is positive because its focal length is positive, and for concave lens its power is negative because focal length is negative. From lens maker's formula we know that 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 over r1 minus 1 over r2. So if we find focal length in the SI unit, that is in the meter, then its reciprocal will give us the power. So we can directly write down the power from this formula as P equal to mu minus 1 into 1 over r1 minus 1 over r2. Now we are discussing combination of the thin lenses. In most of the optical instruments, a combination of lens is used in which lenses are either placed in contact with each other or with a certain distance between them. With this type of the combinations of the lenses, the main purpose is to magnify the image form, or to increase the sharpness, or to decrease the aberrations, for erecting the final image as in case of terrestrial telescopes, or we can also increase the field of view. So we are discussing one such combination in which two lenses of L1 and L2 respectively of focal length f1 and f2, they are placed in combination in contact with each other. So when two lenses are placed in contact with each other, the combination behaves like a single lens which will also possess a definite value of the focal length. From the figure 1, we have an object present in front of the combination. A ray of light starts from the object, suffers refraction from the lens L1. If we assume that the lens L2 is not present over in contact with L1, then the light suffering refraction from the lens L1 will get focused at the point I dash. But when L2 will also be present, the light will again suffer refraction, and finally it will come to meet at the point I on the principal axis. So I will be the final image of the object O. In this case, we can replace the two lenses L1 and L2 with a single lens, with the condition that if in front of this lens L, if object is placed at the same distance u from its optical center, and image is formed at the same point I at the same distance v on the other side of the lens, then the focal length of this single lens L, it will be the same as the focal length of the combination of the two lenses L1 and L2. In that case, the lens L will be called as the equivalent lens of the L1 and L2 combined together, and its focal length will be called as equivalent focal length. And now we want to determine the mathematical relation with which we can find the equivalent focal length if we are given the values of the focal length f1 and f2. Now, if we use the thin lens equation or thin lens formula for the lens L1, 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. In this equation, the object distance is minus U. L1 is forming final image at I dash point, which is at distance V dash from its optical center. So V will be equal to plus V1, plus V dash, and F will be equal to plus F1. So our lens equation becomes 1 over V dash plus 1 by U equal to 1 by F1. We take it as equation number 1. Now, when L2 is also there, then image I dash, it acts as a virtual object for the second lens L2, such that final image formed is at I at distance V from its optical center. So, for lens L2, I dash is its virtual object. That means for it, the object distance is equal to plus V dash because measured in the direction of incident light. So again, using sign convention, for the lens equation, focal length will be equal to plus F2, object distance is plus V dash, and image distance V is equal to plus V formed at the point I. So in this case, lens equation will be 1 by V minus 1 by V dash is equal to 1 by F2. This will be our second equation. If we add 1 and the second equation, we have 1 by V dash plus 1 by U plus 1 by V minus 1 by V dash equal to 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2. So 1 by V dash, 1 by V dash get cancelled. We have 1 by U plus 1 by V equal to 1 over F1 plus 1 over F2. This will be our third equation. At last, for the lens L, if this lens has a focal length F, it is a convex lens, so its focal length will be plus F. Object distance is minus U, image distance is plus V. In that case, the lens equation will be 1 by V plus 1 by U equal to 1 by F. This will be our fourth equation. So if we compare equation number 3 and equation number 4, we have 1 over F is equal to 1 over F1 plus 1 over F2. This is the equation which will help us to find focal length of the combination if the focal length of both the lenses are given. So we get the equation that reciprocal of the equivalent focal length is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual focal lengths. So this relation will be valid also when more than two lenses will be in contact. So if three lenses are there in contact having focal length f1, f2 and f3, then their equivalent focal length will be 1 by f equal to 1 over f1 plus 1 over f2 plus 1 over f3. And this can be extended for as many as lenses. So if we have n lenses which are placed in contact with each other, the equivalent focal length will be 1 over f equal to 1 over f1 plus 1 over f2 plus 1 over f3 plus so on up to 1 over fn, or power reciprocal of the focal length expressed in meter, it will be equal to p1 plus p2 plus p3 plus so on up to pn. At last, if two lenses are there which are placed at a certain distance apart from each other, in that case the equivalent focal length will be 1 over f equal to 1 over f1 plus 1 over f2 minus x over f1 and f2. This will be the formula to find equivalent focal length, where x is the distance between optical center of the two lenses. Thank you.